Vincent van Gogh was born in 1853 to Theodorus van Gogh and Anna Cornelia Carbentus. Vincent had two brothers, Cor and Theo, and three sisters, Elizabeth, Anna, and Wilhelmina. His relationship with Theo would prove to be one of the most important and closest relationships in Van Gogh's life. In fact, most, if not all, of the information we have about Van Gogh's paintings and their personal meaning to Van Gogh came from letters that he wrote to Theo. Van Gogh is one of the most famous artists of all time, so it is hard to believe that during his lifetime he only sold one painting. His lack of success was a source of deep sadness for Van Gogh. He had given up a lot to become an artist, and it was his passion. In addition to his lack of success weighing on his mental well-being, he was also in and out of asylums during his life for mental health issues. Many of these issues were attributed to the lead levels that were in the paint that he used. Despite the misfortune and sadness that plagued Van Gogh's life, his legacy has been extremely positive. His paintings and techniques opened doors for the modern era artists that followed him. While Van Gogh was unknown in his lifetime, he is now one of the most famous and notable artists of all time. His paintings that wouldn't sell while he was alive are now selling for millions of dollars. Two of his most known paintings, Starry Night and Night Cafe, are the paintings I've chosen to discuss. Starry Night was painted from the view from St. Remy Asylum, the last asylum that Van Gogh would be in before his suicide at the young age of 37. As I mentioned before, the only way we know about these paintings and what they meant to Van Gogh are letters that he sent to Theo describing them. In a letter about the painting, Van Gogh said the following: "It does me good to do what's difficult. That doesn't stop me having a tremendous need for, shall I say the word, for religion. So I go outside at night and paint the stars. At last I have a landscape with olive trees and also a new study of a starry sky. It's not a return to the romantic or to the religious ideas, no. However, by going the way of Delacroix, more than it seems, by color and more determined drawing than trompe-l'oeil precision, one might express a country nature that is purer than the suburbs, the bars." Even though this was a very dark period in Van Gogh's life, from this letter, especially the first excerpt, we see that Starry Night was a peaceful moment for him. One of the things that Van Gogh is most famous for is his use of color. The following painting, Night Cafe, is an excellent example of this. Once again, we learn about the meaning of the colors from a letter that Van Gogh wrote to Theo. Here is what he said: "I have tried to express the terrible passions of humanity by means of red and green. The room is blood red and dark yellow with a green billiard table in the middle. There are 4 lemon yellow lamps and a glow of orange green. Everywhere there is a clash and contrast of the most alien reds and greens. The white clothes of the landlord, watchful in a corner of that furnace, turn lemon yellow or pale luminous green. In my picture of the Night Cafe I have tried to express the idea that the cafe is a place where one can ruin oneself, go mad, or commit a crime. So I have tried to express, as it were, the powers of darkness in a low public house, contrasting with yellow-green and harsh blue-greens, and all this in an atmosphere like a devil's furnace of pale sulphur." Clearly Van Gogh wanted to create an uncomfortable atmosphere, which he did successfully through his use of color. While most of what I have discussed has described the sadness that plagued Van Gogh's life, I believe that the positive legacy that he left behind outweighs the tragedy of his life.